mess with our bill. They're trying to water it down. They're trying to make sure that it doesn't pass because they don't want to be held accountable. But this bill is going to make sure that they will be held accountable. This bill makes it so that the officers who engage in misconduct completely lose their license. That means they're not able to practice or be police officers anywhere in the state of California. Because if you harm one of us in one place, you harm us in another place. And you don't get to practice and be a police officer anywhere if you kill, rape, or brutalize somebody. Period. And this bill is retroactive. So this bill is incredibly important. That means that officers who engage in the most serious misconduct can lose their license even after it has already happened. Because you have to be held accountable. You cannot be an officer with a gun and a badge and be able to kill us and arrest us and not be held accountable for your past crimes. That is absolutely unacceptable. And we're putting pressure on them in the name of George Floyd, in the name of Kenneth Ross Jr. They demand that you not only be on these streets, but that you do the work every day. So I need you to get out your phone right now. Like, seriously, take out your phone, y'all. Because we are going to start a Twitter storm. Actually, the Twitter storm just started. We are starting a Twitter storm because we have to put pressure on these senators. So I need you to get out your phone. I'm going to give you a link that will take you to the social media toolkit. From the social media toolkit, you can tweet out all of these senators. It has all the information. The tweets are already written for you. The names of the senators are there with their Twitter handles. Real easy, right? Y'all can walk and talk, right? Y'all can walk and tweet, right? So get out your phone and please go to bit.ly/SB2action. One more time, that's bit.ly/SB2action. Did all of y'all find it? All right, so please continue to engage in that Twitter storm while you're in these streets. That means you're literally doing twice the work by being right here. So please make sure that you engage in that. Even send that link to another person and ask them to engage in that. Put it on your social media. Ask them to engage in it. We have to do the work, y'all. We have to do the work because George Floyd's life demanded that. When we say justice for George Floyd, this is what that looks like. This is what that looks like. We have to do the work. Please and thank you.
Yeah! What's up, Javier? Hey, bro, I come to everything.
Did y'all miss something? Are y'all politely? What's happening? All right.
Covering everything in Los Angeles, y'all.
We have with us from the Palestinian youth movement. Because we stand in solidarity with our sisters and brothers in Palestine. We stand in solidarity with people who have suffered and are suffering from apartheid. We stand in solidarity. And so would you welcome our brother Ibrahim Youssef.
How's everybody doing? My name is Ibrahim, and I'm here today with the Palestinian Youth Movement. Thank you to the organizers, thank you to everyone for being here this morning. Over the past year, we have borne witness to great injustice, the continuation of a war that the U.S. is waging both at home and abroad against black and brown peoples. We have been reminded of white supremacy's continued grip and the mass incarceration and surveillance of black and brown people to further uphold these systems that allow our people to be detained, brutalized, and killed with impunity by the state. At the same time, we have been reminded of the power of joint struggle, of standing side by side and walking together through this fight. In this way, when we stand against police brutality here in the U.S., we are standing against police brutality worldwide, including in Palestine, where the Israeli police exchanges counterintelligence and training with U.S. police departments, including the LAPD. When we say defund the police here, we mean defund U.S. military aid to Israel. oppose the private prison industry and corporations that profit off mass incarceration. We are also opposing the exact same companies like G4S and Elbit Systems that are manufacturing the same weapons and building the same walls overseas to keep our brothers and sisters under military occupation. When the Ferguson protests began in 2014, Palestinians under Israeli occupation used the hashtag Ferguson to Palestine to advise Ferguson activists on how to deal with tear gas and rubber bullets they were facing in Ferguson, Missouri. Those same bullets have been manufactured and used by Israel against Palestinians. Imperialist violence against black and brown peoples is global. And the same weapons and prison walls being used against black people in the U.S. are being applied for use against other black and brown people across the world. We should always be looking to forge connections beyond our own borders because our oppressors are already doing so. As people who have been resisting occupation and colonization for over 70 years, we know what oppression looks like. We know what it feels like to be silenced, surveilled, and pursued relentlessly by those in power. We stand with the Black Lives Matter movement now and always. We call for an end to the mass policing and imprisonment of black communities. We call for an end to the system that allows police to take black life with impunity. We stand with the families and communities of George Floyd, Ma'Khia Bryant, Dante Wright, Breonna Taylor, and all others who have lost loved ones in the past year. We love you. We are here with you. We march alongside you, and we will continue to march with you until the day liberation arrives. We join you not only in solidarity, but in joint struggle, arm in arm, hand in hand, as people working toward a just and free world with a shared vision and common aims. Until we are all free, none of us are free. Thank you.
Down with imperialism! What's up, my people?
What's up, y'all? This is A1 downtown LA. We're covering the George Floyd
Mama Keely said we
rally
get
out
ready
here.
to move, y'all. We finna hit these streets in March and take it to the board of supervisors and make sure all in downtown, right, hears us. You see the corporate media, LA Times over there. We know LAPD right here. We gotta make sure everybody hears us. Ashe? All right, now, let me back my ass up.
We shall not be moved just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Oh God, we shall not be moved. We shall not like a tree that's planted by the water.
So, man, I'll probably be out here another hour.
We're fighting for our children. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for our children.
Oh, Billionaire Burger?
No.
Oh, man, you look like my man.
Yeah, I know you're talking about though, yeah.
Y'all introduce one another.
Yeah, I'm testing.
Hey, what, bro? Huh?
I'm with Senator Camlarker's office.
Oh, okay, yeah, man. Yeah, I just,
Yes, it's Sydney.
It's all right.
Senator Camlarker.
I thought this dude from Billionaire Burger. I was like, hey, man, what's up?
They got some good burgers though, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were, bro. I was like, man. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm like, call the truck, tell him I'm gonna be over there today.
Yeah.
Can't tell me though, right? Yeah, no, that's dope, man. Hey, bro, I got a little talk show.
Oh, you do?
On the internet, I do, man. You got like a
Podcast?
Yes, podcast.
Oh, okay.
So I bring everybody together, man. You know, I bring liberals, conservatives, everybody, have discussions, stuff like that, man.
Able to stay home, brother.
Yeah, bro.
You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Stag and skip out the bid during commercial break.
Everything that go
The
on,
revolution
man.
will not be televised.
Talking about George Floyd last
The
night.
revolution will not be televised.
You got a lot of people from the right side, a lot of people from the left side.
Without commercial interruption.
Just
The
discussing
revolution will
everything.
not show you pictures of Nixon blowing up the floor.
When I come out to all the events,
General Abrams and Spiro Agnew to eat hog balls confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary.
well, yeah, well, this will be deleted. Huh?
The revolution will not be brought to you by the sheep of a war theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and
Yeah, and they closed this shit.
The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the different or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. Defund the police!
Fuck is hot.
Defund the police! Defund the police!
What's up, y'all, man? I'm out here downtown Los Angeles. Walking around, checking things out. Covering the protest down here. The rally, I'm sorry. Covering the rally out here in Los Angeles. Make sure you guys share. How you doing, sir? Doing good, man. Thank you. Yo, man, I can't control music, man. Yo, man, it's hot out here. Whoo, it's hot. Not gonna be. It is hot out here, yo. Hey, man, make sure you guys share this link. This is A1. We are LA, man. Oh, it's shade right here.
There will be no slow motion.
Oh shit, bro. So I'm about to fucking run right into you. Sorry about that, brother.
Hey, y'all! We checking down this motherfucking system right in front of City Hall. Alright? So we gon' check down Babylon, black people on the block we say. Hey, fuck I say. Hey, check down Babylon, black people on the block we say. Hey, fuck I say. Hey, say check down Babylon, black people on the block we say. Hey, fuck I say. Hey, say check down Babylon, black people on the block we say. Hey, fuck I say. Hey, say fuck I say. Hey, fuck I say. Hey, say fuck I say. Hey, fuck I say. Hey, say fuck I say. Hey, fuck I say. Who's streets? 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 Now some of y'all who be riding with us, y'all gonna know this one, and the rest of y'all gonna have to catch on. This our city. This a movement. This our city. This a movement. This our city. This a movement. This our city. Yeah, we on it. This a movement, not a moment. This our city. This a movement. 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 What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? Where do we want it? What do we want?
Hey guys, sorry about the rocky footage. I don't have my stabilizer battery. I forgot to charge it. Ever feel like you supposed to pass out and shit?
You better bring water with you. Yeah, okay.
Shit. So I got this A1 WeAreLa out here downtown LA. This sun is blazing. I'm hot. I'm down. I done drank 2 of these. Well, this is my second one. This is about to be the second one right now. What's up, everybody in the chat? Hey, make sure you guys please share this link. Tell a friend. Give you guys a different view. I got me some shade now.
Alright, everybody come around the front of the truck.
It's fucking shit, man. I can't even breathe out here. It's so damn hot. My
What's up, y'all? Y'all know where we at? Anthony, y'all know where we at? Where we at? Say that a little louder. The board of supervisors, right? We know that LAPD and city council and the mayor and city hall are not the only seats of power in Los Angeles. Not the only ones responsible for incarcerating and murdering our folks. We know the board of supervisors and the sheriff's department aid the LAPD and the city council in making LA City and County the largest carceral state and the most murderous police state in the entire fucking country. That don't make y'all angry? Fuck the sheriff! Fuck Villanueva! Fuck Garcetti! Fuck the supervisor! Hey, so we're here because we gotta put pressure on all these
man, it's so
seats of
hot out
power.
here.
We
My
also
allergies
know
acting up.
that today our youth are putting pressure on the school board in their schools. And our youth won an amazing victory earlier this year and over this last summer, defunding the school police by
Make sure you guys
$25
subscribe to
million
the channel if
and
you haven't
removing
subscribed
all
already.
cops from campus.
Oh man.
But today,
This is WeAreLa
in one of the
live
other
stream. We
seats of
downtown
power,
Los Angeles.
close to here
We
in
are
Los
downtown
Angeles,
Los Angeles.
in downtown, the LAUSD school board has introduced, George McKenna has introduced a resolution that would allow schools to bring cops back on campus. Fuck that! Say fuck that! Fuck that! Fuck that! They are constantly trying to backtrack on all the wins that we pushed. We know we pushed for a $150 million cut to LAPD that the mayor is essentially restoring with his budget this year, right? We know we pushed for a cut to the school police that they're trying to backtrack on. So we gotta stay engaged. We gotta know that this is a movement, not a moment, Ashe? So that's why we're here at the Board of Supervisors, and we know that just like we have a people's budget for the city budget, there's also folks working for a Care Not Cops budget for the county. There's also folks working for a Care Not Cops county budget. So the next folks we're gonna hear from are folks from Reimagine LA once we fix this sound. So we're gonna give it 1 second. And now, there we go. Now we gonna hear from my folks from Reimagine LA about the county budget. Give it up for my brother Ronald Collins.
organizers wants to go back on a promise that we made. Right? So in November of last year, in the wake of the murder of George Floyd, many of us came together and we started the Reimagine LA coalition. That coalition went and passed Measure J. When I say that coalition passed Measure J, it was us in the street. It was us making phone calls. It was us going door knocking, making sure that voters understood that we wanted 10% of our revenues to go towards defunding the police, to go towards real programs in our community that are going to make change. So we fast forward, right? We got it passed. We did what we had to do. And we said 10% of our budget. Now the county is saying that they only want to give us $100 million to 300 million over the, once the measure is fully phased in. How much money did we fight for, y'all? $1 billion, right? We fought for $1 billion because we know that in order for Black lives to matter, Black communities must matter. Let me say that again for y'all. In order for Black lives to matter, Black communities have to matter. We make Black communities matter by investing in them. Not investing pennies, not investing $100 million or $300 million, but by slashing that sheriff budget by hundreds of millions of dollars and putting it into housing. Y'all, Black folks are 8% of the population here in LA County, but we make up over a third of the houseless population. That is nothing but institutional and systemic racism. And the only way that that is going to change is by seriously funding the programs that we need to see. Right? The only way that that's going to happen. I'm thinking about where is this money going to come from? There's a pandemic. Oh my God, we don't have enough money. I would remind us that we live in the wealthiest county, in the wealthiest state, in the wealthiest nation in the world. We have the money. The question is, do we have the political will? Do we have the political will to tell the sheriffs and to tell the LAPD that we want your money? We want your money to be reinvested back into the communities that you constantly take lives from.
Take away their allowance!
So what we want to do, y'all, is we want to make sure that we are going every day to the county board of supervisors, and we're telling them to fully fund Measure J. Fully funding Measure J means closing MCJ. It means getting all the resources that we need together to start to systemically close the institutions that are harming our communities, y'all. And there's a way we're going to do it. We have a plan, y'all. It's called the Care First budget. That budget is what lays out everything in it that the people want to see and how we do that. So I'm going to call up one of my colleagues right now, and she's going to tell y'all what is in that Care First budget and how we're going to make change. So this is Deanna Zuniga, y'all.
Hey everyone! Oh, it's so beautiful to see you. First, I just want to say thank you to BLM for inviting me. Second, honoring the life of George Floyd today.
Hey, George!
We're here for him. We're here to honor his life and his legacy. So just want to lift up his name as we're together today. And if folks can just repeat after me, in the arms of the ancestors, may you rest and rise.
In the arms of the ancestors, may you rest and rise.
Thank you, and that's for George Floyd and all the other folks that we've been mourning and struggling for decades and years. My name is Diana Zuniga, and I have been a part of the struggle to defund the police, to shift resources away from county government and towards social and health services for about a decade. Every year in the county budget, we've seen more and more millions of dollars going into the sheriff's department, going into probation, going into the district attorney's office. And this year is no different. This year, the county
I just got some water. Shit, I'm just reading the comments now.
$6.4 billion is going to the sheriff's department. Again, fuck that shit.
It's so hot out here.
Fuck that shit!
Extremely hot out here.
We can no longer, and we've been fighting for that money. We passed Measure J.
What's up? This is We Are LA. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
$7 billion jail plan.
Basically cover everything in LA. Got a podcast that comes on Mondays and Wednesdays. Make sure you guys check that out as well.
That has happened in the last decade, in the last 5 years, and in the last year. Because of the death of George Floyd, because of the murder of George Floyd, because of the murder of Breonna Taylor, because of the murder of Dijon Kizzee and Agnes Guardado, we have been mourning and we have been struggling and we have been building. Because that's what we do. When they don't give a shit, we fucking build. So, what our team has to a land, okay? So that's the first demand. The second demand is
Hey, what's up, Kelly?
fully fund Measure
That's
J.
no issue.
So again, like Ron was saying, they're trying to give us $100 million. We're supposed to get $1 billion of that fucking general fund money. So that's the second demand.
I'm not sure who the John guy is, but thank you so much.
We calculated exactly how much it would cost to fund all of the community recommendations that we have been holding for years.
Thanks, John. I appreciate that.
For the down payment, for the first installment, they need to give us at least $2 billion so that we can distribute that across the county and ensure that we are repairing the harm that law enforcement has
Oh, this is my second bottle of water.
and that this county
I'm
has
super
done to our
dehydrated.
communities, okay?
I gotta go to one of these stores or something out here. Hey, John, I'm gonna need that water after all.
It's to fully fund youth justice reimagined. So the county promised the youth $75 million. Why in this year's budget there was no $75 million for the youth?
Man, it costs $25 a park down here.
We're asking that $75 million be
This
set
shit is
aside
crazy.
for our young people.
Hey guys, you guys that are tuned in, man, this is A1 out here covering We Are LA. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
We are asking for community to be a part of the process. You don't get to decide how our money gets divided up. We get to decide that. They need to implement participatory budgeting. They need to share fucking power, and they need to authentically invest in our community so that when they ask us for information, we are actually getting paid.
Take their allowance back!
I'm not live
We are
streaming.
getting paid for that.
This is filming.
And
Oh, okay.
we are
I'll say
choosing
that's dope.
where the money goes. Black communities are choosing where the money goes. People of color, indigenous communities are choosing where the money goes. Okay? So that's our last demand.
Excuse me.
It's an extensive report, so if you want to take
Step
a
your
look at
game
it,
up, huh?
Google Careful Budget, Reimagine
Oh, okay.
LA. It's a 40-page document that again
Thank you.
gives the county a blueprint that they can't ignore. And we are actually connecting a petition to it right now. So if you want to connect to the petition, let me get the, you can take out your phones right now if you want. But the petition is reimagine.la/petition. Okay, so if you go there, you'll see the Care First budget, and then you'll be able to sign on to the 4 demands that I shared. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you all. We're going to keep on fighting. We're going to keep on being on these streets because that's how we win. And we're going to keep winning and honoring the people, our ancestors, and the people that are coming after us. Thank you.
Give it up for Diana and the Reimagine LA budget vote. Yes.
It's independent. I see you though.
And one of the things we're going to keep it moving.
Trying to make a documentary.
Because we got some
Oh,
powerful
okay.
folks that you got to hear from next. And one of the
That's
things
dope.
that Diana talked about was closing Men's Central Jail. Ashe? And we know this movement is not just about our folks who are killed by police outside, but also about our folks who are murdered and stolen from us by police inside the walls of these institutions.
They hate our
So we're
lives.
going to hear from one of the most powerful mothers in this movement who's been fighting for over a decade for justice for her son. Let's give it up for the mother of John Horton, Sister Ellen Jones. Y'all make some noise!
Again, we're downtown LA covering the George Floyd, the anniversary of his death. This is We Are LA. We Are LA. Make sure you subscribe to the channel We Are LA.
What we here for? Justice! We've got to take our street back from the board of supervisors, from the police, all these racist ass motherfucking police that's taking our kids out here. We have to take our streets back from them.
Fuck the
How they gonna
police!
tell us how to run our community?
Fuck the police!
How they gonna tell us what we need in our community?
They're
We don't
children!
need no more police. We need help in our communities. We need support in our community. We know what our community needs. How somebody
Fuck the police!
how does somebody live on a hill somewhere, live in indigenous communities. What if they don't? We'll make our own fucking money, right? We'll create our own dollars, because that's what really needs to happen. We need to get together. When they don't give us what we need to create our own dollars. We really need to start our own party up. That's what we really need to do.
I can't stay out
We
here.
need to change this shit
I'm
in the
hot.
White House. We need to change it. And until we change it,
I seen
we're
somebody in
going
the
to
chat
always
said
be
there's
doing
some water
what
around here
we're
or something.
doing now. Asking
Did you
them
see that?
to run us and support us. We don't need y'all shit, really.
Where?
But it belongs to us. That's what it really is. The money
Red
belongs to
Mustang.
us. We don't need their dollars. Because if we want to, we can come together and outpass them on dollars
Walking
any
behind the
day.
flatbed right now.
But if we deserve it,
There's no red Mustang
it's
over
our
here.
money that they've been holding from our communities for years.
Bro, there's no red
And
Mustang.
we
Oh, here's a red
demand
Mustang.
that they give us the money
There's no
that
water over
belongs
here, though.
to the community, not in the pocket of police. Here we are.
Nah,
Police.
Nah, nobody has water over here. Or if they do, I don't see it.
Police.
Alright, fuck it.
Stop on us and crush us like they did George Floyd.
They can hear me in the chat? Oh, you can hear me in the chat? Yeah, nah.
Fuck the police.
Nah, bro, I didn't see no
Fuck
water.
the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. We must continue to stay in these streets. They killing our kids every week. Y'all see this?
Say what?
And they see this. Exactly. Exactly. And it's got to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is we have to stop it. We must stop it. Ain't no, we going to stop it. We must stop it.
That's gotta be on this
Because
side.
they be killing our grandbabies. And that is what they are doing.
Yes.
We must make this change. I really wish we could build our own party, y'all. Because we know when we'll change.
This
and
is a party.
If all of us make it to the White House, and we gonna take that shit over, we know what it'll be going on. We will support the neighborhoods. We will show
Yeah, I
them
just
how
see
to do
somebody in
it.
the chat say
But
that.
that's why they don't want to give
All right,
us
man,
the money,
I'll hit you,
because
bro.
they know
Man,
we'll show them
I feel like I'm about to pass out out here. I gotta go to this
That's
shade.
why they don't want to give
This
it
shit
to
is
us.
crazy.
That's why they don't want to give it to us.
Fuck.
They keep trying to say, oh,
Come on, this
the
side.
folks
All
killing
right, bro, I
each
hit
other
you,
in the street, but then you want to replace us with police doing the same shit. Gonna turn around and kill us too. So you see, ain't none of that shit working. So what we trying to tell these stupid motherfuckers is that we got the answers because we live in the communities. We know what our community needs. And until they get that, we gonna keep shoving it down their throat. Because it's our family members that matter here, because we the one paying the tax dollars. We the one got these buildings standing up here. We the one allowing them to go to work every day and get paid, but you steady murdering and killing our family members. Who must go? The police must go. Defund! 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 A shame.
Hey, y'all, so we can walk and chew gum at the same time. Please get out your phones, go to @BLMLA on Twitter, and retweet everything that they are tweeting. We need to make SB2 trend, so that way it puts pressure on these senators to make sure that this vote passes and it gets out of the Senate and moves to the Assembly. Please, please, please keep retweeting.
See you, Jimmy.
All right, y'all. Make some noise! So like we talked about earlier, this work is moving on so many fronts, and it's led in so many ways by our powerful youth leaders. So we gonna hear from some of these folks bringing us this black girl magic. The BLMLA Youth Vanguard and students deserve. Give it up for Todd D. Wade and Kalila!
Hey, you guys.
Ooh, that shade was great.
Hey, you guys.
Like, cooled me all the way down.
I get it. It's the morning. I'm happy y'all are here, though. But let's get some energy. Like, come on, we're black, you guys. This call and response thing is a thing. Hey, you guys. That's better. Okay, I'm trying to do WeAreLa. And I, like a lot of other youth in the Youth Vanguard and Students Deserve, I graduated in the height of the pandemic, right? Woo woo! Yeah. We did. We graduated. None of y'all, my parents have never had to go through something like this. And I'm at Howard University now. Thank you. Okay. But I was asked a question the other day in our African American Studies class that what does black freedom look like, right? And I had to sit and think. The class was trying to give some little fake answers, you know, what immediately popped into their head. But what does black freedom really look like, right? Real freedom, complete and total freedom where we could stop fighting. And it was such an interesting question because we are a resilient people. We're always fighting something. It's always another kid day on TV, right? It's always another protest, another politician going back on what they promised to do for black people, right? Another war being waged in, you know, Biden bombed Somalia on what, day 3?
Fuck Joe Biden.
Fuck Joe Biden. That man is nothing more than a blue face on fascism. Okay?
Corporate Democrat.
But there's a war being waged on black people. Every single day there's a genocide on black people, right? There was never a plan for us to be able to exist, to live in this country. And I've been a Black Lives Matter since I was 10 years old. I've been here. I'm 17 now. I remember the discourse, the uneasiness around even the name Black Lives Matter. Is it too liberal? Is it too meaningless, right? To say just Black Lives Matter. What about Black liberation this? What about Black Lives this? Blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, do our lives matter to not even the police, not even the politicians, but to the state, to the world?
What about each other? Fucking A.
To the state. Do they see our lives as sacred when they kill us every day, right? When there's another name, because before George Floyd, we saw Ahmaud Arbery, we saw Stephon Clark, we saw names after names after names. After George Floyd, there was the Jean Kazee, right? It never stops. Breonna Taylor, Tatiana Jefferson, Ma'Khia Bryant, it never stops. And it is exhausting. It is exhausting as a people to get up every day and know that your existence is a fight, right? The youth feel it. The youth feel it. I've known that my existence was going to be a fight since I was born.
Yes.
Right? It's never just, you know, you get to live your life. My life is important. Like what Miss Lisa said, our lives we deserve to die naturally. We deserve to be able to live have a complete and whole and fulfilling, holistic life. We deserve to have the care and the love that human beings deserve, right? So, as exhausting as it is to hear that after all this work being done with people's budget, after all of that, LA City Council wants to go back on their words, after all their nice smiles in our faces. Boo! Fuck City Council!
Fuck City Council!
I'm trying to make sure I get my, you know, yeah. as exhausting as it is to hear that, we should have known. We should have known that they're all in bed with the same militarized, killing ass, racist ass, anti-black, murderous police, military, jails. They're all the same system. It is one system. The system that killed us here is the same system that is bombing Somalis, right? It is the same system that is shooting down Palestinians, attempting to ethnically cleanse Palestinians, right? Yes. It is all one system that we are fighting against. And it seems exhausting. It seems, when you put it that way, it seems like we're going up against the whole world, right? It's everywhere.
We do not see.
It is everywhere. They want us gone. But at the end of the day, we're winning, guys. We're still here, right? And it's exhausting as it is to have to say, every day I wake up is a fight. We are fighting. We survive. We endure. We persist. So George Floyd, we do this all in the names of George Floyd. We do it all in the name of John Horton and Waukesha Wilson and Rosario Mack. And we're going to keep going. We're going to take care of each other, right? Because we know that these huge systems that exist are not taking care of us. They do not view our lives as important, as sacred, as worthy of care, as worthy of something to invest in. I love you, so I want you to have nice things. I want you to be able to live like the rich people in Beverly Hills. You know what? I can't give you what the rich people in Beverly Hills can get. I can't give you what they have, but me personally as an individual, when I have something, I will give it, right? I'll give my life to this movement, to my people. That is all I have. That is all we have is each other. At the end of the day, we don't have city council. We don't have Eric Garcetti. We don't have LAPD, LA Sheriffs, Men's Central Jail. We don't have ICE. Those institutions, as much as they would like to seem like they serve the people, they are not here to serve us or to invest in our lives or to care for and nurture our children, me and Kalila, right? They're not here for us. We are here for us. And that is why you guys are here today. This is a commitment you guys are making by being here. The commitment I'm making, that Kalila's making, that these families are making by being here. Because we will persist and endure and honor our ancestors who persisted and endured. We will honor Rosario Mack and George Floyd every day by showing up. This is not in weakness, right? We are not a weak people. We're a strong people, and we're strong together. We're always strong together. And so thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for supporting the youth. And speaking of supporting the youth, Kalila has something that she would like to tell you.
Alright, so as Tondi said, you know, these systems do not protect us. That includes our school system. The truth is the school system says that they protect our youth, they support us, they provide for us, and they don't do none of that. Instead, what they are currently doing is trying to put police in our schools after we already fought to end that. We were the ones that had to step up and say, I'm tired of walking to class and getting attacked by a police officer. Yeah. I'm tired of getting my bag searched through because I'm black. I'm tired of being the one putting this pipeline to prison because I was born a skin color in which people do not agree with. We spoke up and we said enough is enough, and people didn't like it. But we still made it happen because we got police out of our schools.
We're downtown Los Angeles.
We made sure that $25 million that was divested went back to black youth.
Covering the George Floyd rally downtown Los Angeles.
Ethnic studies and psychiatric social workers and nurses and counselors. Because that is what we need. I'm tired of getting a frozen paper towels and ice pack. I'm tired when I say my mental health is not being cared about, that they said, well, you want to get to college, right? I can get to college by not acting like a robot. But they don't understand that because these systems don't care about us. So we care about us for us.
Yeah.
So we stood up and we fought for us, but the fight continues. Just because police are out of schools does not mean that they still aren't there. Doesn't mean we still don't spend $52 million on school police. And so with that, we're holding an action right now as we speak. Students are showing up, standing up, and saying enough is enough. We're putting our backgrounds on Zoom as we need care, not cops, as defund school police, fully defund school police. And we know that this fight must continue. And our students are doing it. Our youth is putting in the work. And so we need everyone's support because our students are exhausted too. We're tired. But we're also currently being attacked right now as we're trying to fight. Our students are putting these backgrounds, and teachers and students are attacking them in the Zoom chat saying, didn't you get enough? Wasn't the resolution with George Floyd enough? It wasn't enough. It's never enough. The fact that we have to stand up right here shows you it's never enough. Just because we got a guilty verdict for George Floyd does not mean he's here right now. So how is that justice? We have our families still out here fighting for their loved ones. They didn't get justice. They haven't even gotten accountability. So no, it is not enough, and we will continue to stand in these streets. And we want to continue to keep educating everyone. So we also invite everyone. This summer, we'll be hosting a political education camp for our youth, middle school and up to college. We want to inform everybody on what it means to actually put in the work to get these oppressive systems and tear them down. So we encourage you, if you know anybody, middle school through college, invite them. And the link is tinyurl.com/BLMLA youth camp. More information is on the @BLMLA Instagram, as well as go on to LA_students deserve and support our students with the work to continue to fully defund the school police. We will be showing up at LAUSD headquarters every single week in June and making sure that our voices are heard, making sure that they know we are not done, making sure George McKenna's resolution to get cops back on campus does not happen. And also to our seniors, because as Tony said, our graduates 2020, 2021 are graduated in a pandemic. We fought, we persevered because we are resilient. And they deserve to be celebrated. So Students Deserve and Youth Vanguard want to celebrate our seniors, want to celebrate our graduates. And so we are hosting a senior celebration event at Norman Houston Park, June 12th from 1 to 4. And we say come out. The RSVP link is on our Instagram at BLMLA Youth. And we want everyone to come out. We want to show our support for our seniors because we know it's been hard. You deserve to be celebrated. We see you. We are with you. There's only a few more days left for our current seniors. And then you'll be done. You'll be off to college. You won't have to deal with LAUSD. You won't have to deal with these school districts. Yes, the college system got its work that needs to be done, but we'll do that too. So.
You're so black, I'm looking at black, but black is black. You're just black.
Hey, yo! Give it up for Todd B. Wade! And give it up for Kalila coming out here during finals week! Hey, hey! We know the board of supervisors, and the county sheriffs also affect our folks in the many intersections of our community. One of our long and strong allies fighting for black immigrants and black lives is the Black Alliance for Just Immigration. Give it up for their every organizer and BLMLA member, Meraki!
Hey y'all, how you doing? So like Joseph said, my name is Meraki, and I'm the LA organizer for BAJI, which stands for Black Alliance for Just Immigration. I'm looking at my phone because I took notes. So yeah, today I'm here on behalf of BAJI, not in solidarity with black people, but as black people who are traumatized, harmed, and murdered by the police, who happen to have more recent roots than some African Americans in countries outside of the US. But we are not allies to black people. You can't be an ally to your own self. We are black people. When we say Black Lives Matter, we also mean black immigrant rights, right? Black immigrant lives, right? Okay, so Black Lives Matter, and it includes all black lives. So George Floyd was our brother too, and his murder filled us with a rage that reverberated from our communities in the US to those around the world. We took to the streets and endured police violence and arrest alongside our African American siblings. And in the same month that police killed George Floyd, 4 black migrants were brutally killed by police in New York, Tennessee, and in Georgia. This is not a mutually exclusive existence that we have as black migrants and black people. So right here in Los Angeles even, black migrants have been killed by police for being black. Brother Africa was Cameroonian. Keisha Michael, Felician. Zarada Munetu, Ethiopian. And that's just a few of too many black migrants who have been killed here in Los Angeles and around the US. So we will continue to be a part of the community demand for the abolition, not reform, abolition of cops and cages, whether of the criminal sanctions or immigration sanction systems. So what we mean is care, not cops, care, not cages. Black lives matter, all black lives matter. Thank you so much.
Our brother in the struggle, longtime organizer for Chicano liberation, longtime ally and accomplice and struggling partner with the Black Liberation Movement as well. Alongside BLMLA since our inception, give it up for Carlos Montes of Central CSA!
Give it up for Joseph. We had Joseph speak in Ball Heights a couple of years ago in front of the Hollenbeck LAPD police station. All right, Carlos Montes. For those of you know, I'm from family came from Mexico, and I was 5 years old. Grew up in this mad, racist city of LA. And you know, we're here in Board of Supervisors, so I'll say that. I've been to the county jail, like many of us. I've been beat up. I've been arrested by the sheriff, harassed. So yeah, you know, shout out to all the demands that have been presented here today. These are demands of the people that our people demand and need and want. Because during the pandemic, our folks died, unemployed, lack of food, and that's still going on today, right? The black people, brown people, many poor working people are still suffering today. So I want to thank you for being out here and representing everyone else in your community, right? So I support the demands, you know, fund human needs, fund the people's needs, not the sheriff. And like I said earlier, LAPD, right? I want to, we're here in the 1-year anniversary, the honor to the memory of George Floyd. Right, let's hear it up, yeah. George Floyd! Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. Diga su nombre. George Floyd. Di su nombre. George Floyd. The man that we saw, the brutal racist killing of a young black man by a young woman who had that cell phone. But we know that in the U.S., black folks, black men and women have suffered years of lynchings, of killings by white folks in and out of uniform, right? Just that we got it caught on videotape, and what do? We rebel. Historic rebellion in the U.S. that has never been seen before. And it was all united, black folk, white folk, Asian, Chicano. We hit the streets.